We're talking to Masai and Dr. Nagatu. Of course, Dr. Nagatu will now give us some information relative to the topic dealing with the Horn of Africa, Part 2. And Dr. Nagatu and Masai have been talking about some of the problems associated with perhaps the policies of the United States and other Western nations in helping to give support and comfort in a real sense to dictatorship. Let's pick up that conversation, Dr. Nagatu.
Yeah, it's a good question, actually. During the Cold War, the fight was ideology, and there is governments to watch for. This time we have terrorism, which is really a fluid type of enemy. And what are the causes of it? What are the underlying situation that is generating terrorism? So one of the things undoubtedly is dictators ruling on the people and wasting their opportunity for good life and freedom and human rights, and those things could happen while the governments are getting support. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, while the governments are supporting the dictator governments, and the people are seeing why that's happening, and it doesn't reflect the stated values of the Western governments, that is freedom, democracy, and human rights. And if you take Ethiopia, after the election, in the night of the election, Addis Ababa, the capital city, was swept by the opposition. All of it, regional power and federal power. On the same night, the Prime Minister put a law or a statement saying that no counting of votes, and he stopped the counting, and he directly managed all the military and security forces, and automatically he stopped all the democratic processes. Exactly. And what happens? The Western countries, they didn't react. For example, they reacted in the case of Ukraine. There was a bad election process. Americans, they put a statement saying that this was a bad election, and there was revoting, and democratically elected government was put in place. But it didn't happen for Ethiopia. So this type of thing is, at least for some of us, there is double standard.
It's an uneven hand treatment by the Western nations, symbolized in a real sense by the United States of America, even though other countries that might be involved in England, France, and etc. But essentially, when Ethiopians and others talk about what's going wrong with the world and how the West is doing, they don't think about these other countries. They think about what? The United States of America. Is that what we're saying?
Most of the time, the leader of the free world is America. Whether it is for good or for bad, everybody thinks that something bad happens from the West. Behind it is there is United States. But I don't believe that.
And so I think what we're saying, Masai, is that that you have in this bill that is before Congress the ability of the United States to take a proactive kind of situation in helping to bring about democracy in Ethiopia and perhaps on the entire Horn of Africa. Is that what this bill
that
you're working with in Congress trying to get?
The bill is passed unanimously in the United States Congress.
It's already passed.
And it's passed unanimously, and now it is it's going to the Senate. It is a Foreign Relations Office. This bill is about free and independent media, independent justice system, free prisoners, and
election commission,
neutral election board, and about 8 points of they have to do. But they are against it. The amazing thing is It is passed by unanimously in the Congress, and they are against it. They say we want to shut up the people and rule the way we want. You see, it is shameful. When I was talking before, I was trying to talk. Kenya, when something happened like